Hello, my name is Quincy Gardner. Again, this is minute message number 16, I believe. And if the flash card is not too glossy, you will be able to see that. Now, what I'm going to share tonight, and hopefully see how close to a minute I can get, or I can remain. In First John chapter 3, it states this: Beloved, behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, in that we should be called the sons of God. Now, by the mere fact that God refers to us as Son of God, this scripture is saying that we should take heed to the manner of love God has bestowed upon us. That this is indeed a manifestation of God's love. In that God refers to us as sons of God, this is indeed a testament of God's love towards you and I, those of you who are saved. Now, of course, whenever you say people who are saved, there always is that tendency for some to say, well, everybody ain't saved. Of course, everybody ain't saved. But let me say this and let me explain why I'm going to say this. Everybody who is saved is going to heaven. Everybody who is saved is going to be in God's kingdom. Everyone who is saved. Now, what I mean by that is everyone whom God consider as being saved. You see, God is not going to ask me during the judgment day, Quincy, what do you think of brother so and so? He will not even ask me my opinion. And he certainly won't ask you your opinion about brother Quincy. So we got that to rejoice about. He's going to see Jesus in us, or see us in Jesus. It's probably the better way of saying that. So when he see us in Jesus or Jesus in us, we are accepted in the beloved. So, beloved, behold what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, in that we should be called sons of God. Now, here's another fact that we should factor in. There was a voice from heaven right after John the Methodist, right after John the Baptist baptized Jesus. There came a voice from heaven which stated this: "This is my son, beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. This is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased." Now, just as that voice from heaven gave testimony concerning Jesus, that he was beloved of the Father, that he was his son, and that he was well pleased, God gives that same testimony to us. It can always be said of you and I that we are his beloved sons. It can be said of you, dear sister saint, this is my beloved daughter. It can be said of you, brother saint, this is my beloved son. Now, the issue is that the rest of that statement cannot always be said. Now, I'm sure that God have said of me, this is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased. Now, I'm sure that God has not said that all the time of me. He can all the time say, this is my beloved son, but he cannot and probably does not all the time say, of whom I am well pleased, because there are at times in our lives that we don't please the Lord, and we should work towards pleasing him. God is not difficult to please. Let me make sure I say that to you. God is not difficult to please. He is not. It doesn't take much to please the Lord. It really does not. If you are praying from your heart and you have paused and not let the TV, not let anything else distract you and say, oh God, I want to love you, I believe that tickles the heart of God. That tickles the heart of God, that pleases God. When you treat your fellow man right in various situations, that pleases the Lord. When you have proper thoughts, that pleases the Lord. Whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are true. That takes a scripture in Philippians, that pleases the Lord. It's not difficult to please God. God is not a tyrant. He's not the type of tyrant that you would be if you had control of my life. He's not the type of tyrant that I would be if I had rule over your life. You understand that? So thank God that I don't know everything about you. And I thank God he don't know everything about me. So we are God's son in whom he is well pleased. Remember that and walk in that today. Let it be the things that will be on your heart, and whatsoever things are true and pure and honest and of good report. Think on those things.